multiply a polynomial. So working from left to right, we begin by multiplying the terms. And then when multiplying variables, we add the exponents. And this in terms is like in numbers. So if we have a squared times a to the fourth, right, that actually becomes a 2 plus 4, which is equal to a to the 6. Now, if there is no exponent, right, it just shows a, we're going to assume that the exponent is 1. So we can put a 1 there. So let's look at the examples. Example 1, we're going to simplify this following expression. So we have 2a times 21a to the third plus 7a squared plus 1. So what we do is we just go ahead and multiply each term inside. So we start with the 2a. So we got 2a times 21a to the third. Well, that would be 42, right? Because 2 times 21 is 42. Now we can go ahead and add our exponents because they have the same base. So we have a to the first and a to the third. So a1 plus 3. So I just want to show us how we do this. Then we're going to go on to the second term. So we have 2a times 7a squared. Well, 2 times 7 is 14. And then we have a plus 2. So right, 1 plus 2. Then we can go on to the final term. So we can go 2a times 1. Well, 2 times 1 is just 2. Then we just have a. Now let's go ahead and go 42a. So 1 plus 3. So what's that? That's 4. Then we have plus 14a, 1 plus 2. So that's 3 plus 2a. So that would be our solution. So let's go to the next example. So example 2, we're going to simplify the following expression. So now we have to multiply this term by each term inside the parentheses. So let's go ahead and start doing that. So let's go ahead and go. So we have negative 4ab to the third, right, times b. Well, there's no number, right, so we can just assume it's 1. So we're just going to go negative 4 times 1, so that's negative 4. There's no a in this term, right, so we can just go a. Then we have b to the third and b to the first power. So let's go 3 plus 1. Now we can go to the second term. So notice we have this minus sign and this minus sign. So that's going to make it positive now. So we have now negative 4 times negative 7, right? So that'd be positive 28. So we can just go plus 28. This one has a to the first. This one has a to the first. We have a1 plus 1, and then just b to the third. And now we can go to our final term. So negative 4 times positive 6 is minus 24, right? We can just go ahead and go minus 24. And then we have a1 plus 1. This is b to the third and b1. So we can go b to the third plus 1. So let's go ahead and simplify. So this now becomes negative 4ab to the fourth plus 28a1 plus 1, so that's 2, b to the third, then minus 24a squared b to the fourth. And we don't have any like terms, so we can't go ahead and simplify this further, so this would be our solution. So let's do the final example. So example 3, we're going to simplify the following expression. We have negative 3bc, and we're going to have to go ahead and multiply it by each term inside. So we'll start with the first one, move on to the second, and then do the third. So let's do that. So we multiply the numbers together. So negative 3 times 2 Well, that would be negative 6. Notice this has a, so we're going to go a squared. This one has a b and a c, and these have b and c. So b, this is 1, so let's account for that one. And then plus this 4. And now let's go to c. Then we have c to the first and c to the first, so 1 plus 1. Now we have negative 3 times 3, so that's minus 9. Then we have a squared again, so we have a squared. We have 1b, so b1 plus 1, right, to account for both. And then we move on to c, so we have c1, and then plus 2. And then we can go on to our final term. So negative 3 times negative 4 would be positive 12. And then we have just 1b, so we can just leave it as b. And then c, 1 plus 1. So let's go ahead and simplify. So we have negative 6a squared, b to the 5th, c squared minus 9a squared, b squared, and we're just ahead and adding these. C to the 3rd plus 12b c squared. And that would be our final answer.